This is my video response to Beatle Brad's question: what four solo Beatles songs would the Beatles had recorded as a band had they still been together? And Brad, you made it a little hard because there's so many great solo songs throughout the 70s, which I'm more familiar with the 70s stuff. After about 1982, I just kind of, I don't know, I just didn't follow their solo careers like most people have. So my first choice would have been off of John Lennon's Walls and Bridges LP, and the song would have been Whatever Gets You Through the Night. That would have been my first choice by John Lennon. I think Paul McCartney would have done a great job harmonizing on that song. My second choice is from Paul, from the McCartney album, and it would be Maybe I'm Amazed. Paul had wrote that song and had it waiting in the wings, if you will, for a new Beatles album. Had it, materialize how they stay together. He wrote that for the next new Beatles album. That being said, I'm sure it would have been produced a lot better than his version on the solo record. But that would have been my second choice because that's just a great song, and it was written while the Beatles were still together, so I included it. My third choice from Ringo, from the album Ringo, I chose Step Lightly. Now, Step Lightly, as everybody's heard it, kind of has the, I guess, the flavor of the White Album. Maybe, I've heard it said that it sounds like it could have came from the White Album. So I included I included that here because it does kind of sound, like, as you say, Beatley. Have the flavor of the kind of like flavor of the White Album. So that's my choice for Ringo. And from George, from All Things Must Pass, I chose What Is Life. A real well-written song, well-performed song. I think had George written it in the Beatles, right near the end, and I think the Beatles would have probably recorded it. It was well structured, had a lot of great guitar work in it, and I believe that the Beatles themselves would have recorded that song for their would-be LP. So that's my four choices on which songs the Beatles would have recorded had they still been together from their taken from their solo albums. Which four would each which four they would record together. So that's my four choices, and I can't wait to see what others' four choices are.